What's good, people? Welcome back. This series is inspired by Paul Beckett, who visualizes all things Agile and Scrum. I just tried to catch a post-it note mid-video, but it didn't work, kind of flew past me. Paul and I are working on the 10 characteristics of servant leadership, or the 10 gifts for servant leadership by Larry Spears, who's a bit of an OG on the servant leadership stuff. And what we're trying to do is present you with tangible, contextualized examples of servant leadership. Often we talk about servant leadership. I mean, especially if you're a Scrum Master, one of the first types of concepts that you come across, that a servant leader is a Scrum Master for the team and they're to protect the team, improve the interactions, yada, yada, yada. But the more tangible examples that we get in terms of what it actually looks like, as in the behaviors, I feel that can really help us be in tune with what it is that we need to do to serve and lead our teams as best as we can. So I'm going to be drawing from my Scrum Master Scribbles. Scrum Master Scribbles is me looking at my journals over the last 10 years, and it's mainly full of mistakes because, you know, that's how I get down. Let's look at the first characteristic and talk about what it could look like in a dialogue within a Scrum event. First characteristic, or the first gift for servant leadership, is listening. I'm sure you're not blown away. We all know you've got to be a good listener to be a good servant leader, but what does it really mean? To be a good listener, again, it sounds like decent, wholesome, noble advice. But when I'm talking about listening, I'm talking about being able to listen so that you can identify the will of an individual or a group and to remind them or clarify them of their will. When I say the word will, just to get a shared understanding of this word, I'm talking about a desired outcome for something, for the future, what I would like to happen. So let me take you back to a sprint review, where we had a situation that the product owner would not always show. We'd have the business analyst proxy person turn up, and they were trying to do a good job. It would frustrate some of the developers, and this eventually turned into a bit of the, what's the point? The product owner is never ever going to come along. I'm not really up for this. Now, listening into this and honoring their emotions and understanding and letting people rant, letting them feel heard, it's important. Once it's been acknowledged, the question then is, how are you going to now clarify the will that they have for a different type of outcome? What desire do they have to act on their own volition as an individual or as a team? Yes, I understand that. I see where you're coming from. And what can we do to galvanize the product owner to come along to the sprint review? What can we do? This is a way, as I say, of identifying their will, reminding them of their will, refreshing them of what it is that they're playing for, and asking them to act autonomously as a team to figure out what it is that they can do to create the situation that they want. You need to let people feel heard. And once you've honored those emotions and created some space for their feelings to be heard, ask them that question. Okay, what can we do as a team to galvanize, to promote, to attract the product owner, to make them want to be here? This is not a silver bullet response, but this is an example of a dialogue whereby I'm in tune, I'm listening, I'm trying to understand what is happening for that person or for that team. Maybe that will is there, maybe it's not. Me asking that question in some way may be met by frowns and eye rolling by some. By others, they may be more invigorated and excited. They may be able to help people move past their own edges and respond in a way whereby they want to do something about it. Okay, I hope that was useful. Please check out the visualization from Paul. We'll be carrying on every week for the 10 characteristics or gifts of servant leadership. I look forward to any feedback you've got as well. Thanks for watching.